Big welcome, my friend. Let's talk about the truth. So the simple truth is that you are actually boundless being. But that boundless being is not really you, the person that you consider yourself to be. The boundless being which you are is actually all there is. Now, how can you realize exactly that? The only way to realize is by allowing the mind to expand to infinity, and then drop it completely. Your mind can expand and go to anywhere. You know it. You can think about tomorrow. You can think about the vacation you had. You can think about another place in your house or anywhere. You can go with your mind anywhere. So the best use of the mind is that it will realize its source. And the source of the mind is actually complete expansion into the whole creation. You try it and you'll see. When your mind is so expanded, it's connected to its source, because its source is no thing. When the mind is active, it becomes something. So in order to realize the truth, you must dissolve the mind into no thing. This has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with anything. You try it and you see it works. That's all. Now, on the other hand, the mind, out of confusion, tends to pull into identity. I'm me. Then it gets an identity. That's what we call me. That's what we call you or they. This is a mind that took on identity, and then its function only as that identity, and it's forgotten its source. Imagine that there is a circle in the middle of infinite space. That circle is part of the space, but that circle, which is your mind, your identity, is actually living within itself, completely forgotten that actually it's part of everything. That's really what happened to all of us. And we must break this illusory boundary, and we must realize the truth of who we are, because this boundary creates so much suffering for all of us and for others. When I function only as me, I'm pulling all the energy to this form, and I'm separating immediately myself from the world, from others, even from loved ones. And that's limiting our ability to be compassionate to each other, to love each other, to feel that I'm connected to each other. So we must break this. We must do that. And this salvation is what all the prophets that talking about it, everybody, but we can see that very few people manage to do it. You can do it. I can do it. Actually, we must do it if we want to save humanity. If you look around, you see very clearly that humanity is pulling itself into the ruins completely. Environmentally, it's a disaster. If you think how long the earth can sustain human not paying attention to the environment, only abusing and taking, you see very clearly that this is completely unsustainable. We're all living in a golden time, in a tipping point, that if we take it and understand the truth of who we are, we can make the major shift ever been to humanity. And if we continue in the same way, just consuming and throwing garbage, and also throwing psychological garbage and energy garbage, meaning anytime that I'm in me and I'm negative in my brain, I'm polluting the environment energetically. We must change that. And this is the time, right now. If you need any support, I'm always here to support. And actually, we need you on board, because we all have to do it together. And as many people join this, better for everybody, because then we're tipping it into oneness. We're making heaven on earth. It's possible. Let's do it. Much love.